forcing the fourth down here and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Here's a heat. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. To show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quick strike complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Coming out with it, it's Sategna. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy is no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Give to the running back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Hey, nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He'll keep it himself. They make the tackle at the 22. Will give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the run, it's Barnes. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Touch pass on the run. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup with 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. He'll set up to throw. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Sooners, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The penalty on the defense, but they don't really give up much ground because there's not much to lose this close to the end zone. And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, first and goal with the 1. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense, second down, clock's running. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's third and goal and third and long. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think he's
got it on the outside. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Oh, they're after him. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grab near the marker. It's Cameron. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Caught close to the marker, it's Washington. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The corners are walked up tight. To the air, it's Robertson. Got a man, it's Washington. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle.
He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but If you don't have guys outside that are going to make plays, obviously it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown Sooners! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Robertson. With the catch, it's Washington. Brings into the open. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Running it to the right. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Oklahoma. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield, it's Robertson. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Wilson. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The offense comes out needing a score here, down one possession. Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, that is a Herculean effort. He caught the ball in the middle of the field and somehow was able to use his speed and his vision and awareness and still get out of bounds to stop the clock.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. To throw, it's Robertson. Fires to the wideout. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Bears!
You get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left, so you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
How about this? These guys are going for two. From the gun. The quick out. And he rolls into the end zone for the two-point conversion. Here's the situation. First they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.